And if you think about it, this is a pretty good analogy for the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Has anybody heard what percentage of an iceberg is sitting under the waterline and invisible to whatever's floating across the surface? Can anybody give me an estimate?
80.
80, 90? It's a lot. It's a lot more than we can see. And it's the same with our conscious and subconscious mind. We live in our conscious mind. But everything that we're experiencing, we're absorbing into our subconscious, unless we consciously reject that and say, no, that's not the truth, or our programming sort of rejects that. And the time that when we are most absorbent is when we're very, very young. So the first 7, 8, 9 years of our life, some psychologists would call that the inner child period. We are like a sponge because we don't really have a well-developed filter. The people who study brains look at the different types of brain waves that are working within our brain. Now when we're adults, we're working in this beta brainwave a lot, which means we have this screen, we're very active, we're thinking. When we're kids, we're operating a lot of times in theta or delta, which is, it's like when we're asleep or when we're partially asleep, alpha, when we're in almost like a hypnotic trance, maybe we're driving the car. Have you ever gone out of the driveway after work and you sort of got to work and you wondered how the heck, you never actually thought about it, you just went the way you've always been? That's like a hypnotic state. Even though you were awake, you're in that alpha state. So when we're children, and we're trusting of our parents and our guardians, the teachers at school, the people at church, people we're interacting with, we're just absorbing all that stuff. And so we're building up an identity of who we are and how we interrelate with our environment. And all that is being sent through electrical impulses to every cell of our body. And if there's a lot of emotion around any of these events, there's cortisol and different hormones reinforcing the impressions that are going into our body. So really, our subconscious mind is existing throughout every cell of our body. Now, everybody's had a unique experience of life. Everybody's got a different, what I would call, belief system. Belief system being all of those ideas about what's real and what we've absorbed. It's even happening pre-birth. So we didn't even make any, these were not necessarily conscious choices. They're just absorbed. And, we've also, in our body, we have this roadmap, this what do you call it, blueprint, called DNA. And we have choice, so we don't have to repeat what our ancestors did, but when we do repeat what our ancestors did, we activate that in our DNA. So there's another layer of energy that we're activating. And all of these memories are electromagnetic. It's like the old computers where everything was stored electromagnetically. So that when we're just thinking of others, we're connecting with others in a room like this or at home with the family, we're potentially absorbing energy from others. And the memories that have the most emotion associated with them are the most intense in terms of their energy. So those are the ones that are the strongest attractors of energy from others that we're in contact with. And that's why, as we get older, there are certain patterns that we develop.